Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anna and I make New York City based adventure videos spiked with love and positivity. This week we are visiting Zurich, Switzerland, and behind me you can see the university ETH Zurich. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the top sites you can see if you're visiting Zurich. This is video number 3 in my Switzerland series, so be sure to follow along. So if you're interested in seeing all of Zurich and what it has to offer, then please keep watching. Welcome to Zurich, Switzerland's largest city and one of Europe's most beautiful urban destinations, where history, culture, and innovation meet. Situated at the northern end of Lake Zurich and surrounded by rolling hills and distant alpine peaks, Zurich is a city where ancient history blends seamlessly with modern innovation. While many people know Zurich as a global finance center, the city is also rich in culture, art, architecture, and fascinating stories that stretch back more than 2,000 years. Before we begin exploring the city's landmarks, let's talk about something that makes Switzerland unique. Despite its relatively small size, Switzerland has 4 national languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. German is the most widely spoken language and dominates here in Zurich and much of northern and central Switzerland. French is spoken primarily in the west, Italian in the south, and Romansh in parts of the southeastern canton of Graubünden. This linguistic diversity reflects Switzerland's remarkable cultural heritage and helps shape the nation's identity. Today, we'll discover how Zurich became Switzerland's largest city while exploring its historic churches, scenic viewpoints, world-class museums, lakeside beauty, and vibrant cultural institutions. The story of Zurich begins long before Switzerland itself existed. Archaeological evidence shows that people have lived in this region for thousands of years. The Romans established a settlement here known as Turicum, which served as an important customs and trading post. Over the centuries, Zurich grew into a prosperous medieval city thanks to its strategic location along major trade routes. In 1351, Zurich joined the Swiss Confederation, helping shape the nation that would eventually become modern Switzerland. Today, traces of Roman foundations, medieval fortifications, and historic architecture can still be found throughout the city, creating a fascinating connection between past and present. Before exploring the historic heart of the city, it's worth stopping at Zurich Main train station. Opened in 1847 as Switzerland's first major railway terminal, the station has grown into one of the busiest transportation hubs in Europe. Every day, hundreds of thousands of passengers pass through its platforms, connecting Zurich with destinations across Switzerland and the rest of the continent. Inside, you'll find an extensive underground shopping center, restaurants, cafes, and public art, making it a lively destination in its own right. Its central location also makes it the perfect getaway to the city, with many of Zurich's most famous landmarks just a short walk away. Our first stop is Lindenhof Hill, one of Zurich's most historic locations. This peaceful hilltop park sits on the site of a former Roman fortress and later a medieval royal residence. For centuries, Lindenhof served as the city's defensive and political center. Today, visitors come here for a very different reason: the spectacular view. From the hill, you can look across Zurich's Old Town, the Limmat River, church towers, and the surrounding cityscape. The site is recognized as part of Switzerland's cultural heritage and remains one of the best places to appreciate Zurich's history and geography at the same time. Just below Lindenhof stands one of Zurich's most recognizable landmarks, St. Peter Church. Its picturesque clock tower dominates the skyline and is impossible to miss while exploring Old Town. The church is home to Europe's largest church clock face, measuring more than 8 meters in diameter. For centuries, this clock helped residents keep track of time long before modern technology existed. The church itself dates back to the early medieval period, although it has undergone numerous renovations throughout its history. A short walk away brings us to the Fraumünster, one of Zurich's most beloved churches. Founded in the 9th century by King Louis the German, the church originally served as a convent for aristocratic women. Its graceful green spire has become one of Zurich's most recognizable landmarks. While the church's history is impressive, Many visitors come here to admire the extraordinary stained glass windows. The church's 5 magnificent stained glass windows were created by the celebrated French artist Marc Chagall and installed in 1970. Each window depicts scenes from the Bible using Chagall's signature blend of vivid blues, reds, greens, and golds. As sunlight filters through the glass, the entire sanctuary is bathed in a colorful light, creating an atmosphere unlike any other church in Switzerland. Together, the 5 towering panels transform the church into one of Zurich's most beautiful cultural treasures. Before leaving, be sure to visit the crypt beneath the church. This quiet underground space preserves the foundations of earlier buildings that once stood on the site and offers a glimpse into Zurich's early medieval history. Archaeological remains and centuries-old stonework reveal the long history of the convent that shaped the city's religious and political life for generations. Towering above the old town are the twin towers of the Grossmünster. According to tradition, the church stands on the burial site of Saints Felix, Regula, and Exuperantius, Christian martyrs who became Zurich's patron saints. Legend says that Charlemagne discovered their graves and ordered a church to be built on the site. Construction of the current Romanesque church began around the 12th century. The Grossmünster later played a crucial role in the Protestant Reformation. It was here that reformer Huldrych Zwingli preached during the early 1500s, helping transform religious life throughout Switzerland. Just a short distance away stands the Zurich Opera House. Opened in 1891, this elegant building is one of Europe's leading opera venues. Its richly decorated exterior and sophisticated interior reflect Zurich's commitment to the performing arts. The Opera House hosts a diverse program of opera, ballet, and orchestral performances throughout the year. Many internationally acclaimed singers, conductors, and dancers have appeared on its stage. Even for those who don't attend a performance, the building itself is an architectural highlight worth admiring. Connecting many of Zurich's most famous landmarks is the city's enchanting Old Town. Its narrow cobblestone streets, colorful historic buildings, and hidden courtyards preserve the character of medieval Zurich while creating one of the city's most enjoyable places to explore on foot. As you wander through the winding lanes, you'll discover boutique shops, traditional cafes, chocolate stores, fountains, and centuries-old guild houses that once served as the headquarters of Zurich's powerful merchant associations. Many of the city's most important churches, museums, and public squares are located within the Old Town, making it the cultural and historical heart of Zurich. Around every corner, you'll find another reminder of the city's long history, where Roman foundations, medieval architecture, and modern Swiss life exist side by side. Whether you're admiring the historic buildings, relaxing at an outdoor cafe, or simply strolling along the Limmat River, the Old Town captures the timeless charm that makes Zurich one of Europe's most rewarding cities to explore. Our next destination is Kunsthaus Zurich, one of Switzerland's most important art museums. Its extensive collection spans centuries of artistic achievement. Visitors can admire works by Swiss masters as well as internationally renowned artists including Monet, Van Gogh, Picasso, Munch, and many others. The museum is especially known for its impressive collection of modern and contemporary art. Recent expansions have made Kunsthaus one of the largest art museums in Switzerland, further strengthening Zurich's position as a major cultural center. Whether you're an art enthusiast or a casual visitor, the museum offers something fascinating around every corner. From art, we turn to science and innovation. ETH Zurich is one of the world's leading universities in science, engineering, and technology. Founded in 1855, the institution has educated generations of scientists, engineers, innovators, and entrepreneurs. Its alumni include numerous Nobel Prize winners, among them Albert Einstein. ETH has played a major role in scientific discoveries and technological advances that have shaped the modern world. Today, students from across the globe come here to study and conduct groundbreaking research. One of the best viewpoints in Zurich can be found at ETH's famous Polyterrasse. This expansive terrace overlooks the city and provides a breathtaking panorama. From here, visitors can see the rooftops of Old Town, church spires, Lake Zurich, and the distant Alps. The view beautifully illustrates Zurich's unique geography, a city where urban life, water, and mountains coexist in remarkable harmony. Many students, locals, and visitors gather here simply to enjoy the scenery. It's one of the most rewarding viewpoints in all of Zurich. One of the city's premier musical venues is the Tonhalle, home of the Tonhalle Zurich. The magnificent concert hall is celebrated for its exceptional acoustics and elegant architecture. For more than a century, some of the world's greatest conductors, composers, and musicians have performed here. The venue remains a centerpiece of Zurich's classical music scene and attracts audiences from around the globe. Our final destination is Bürkliplatz, one of Zurich's most scenic public spaces. Located where the city meets Lake Zurich, this square serves as a gateway to the waterfront. The views here are spectacular. Visitors can watch boats depart across the lake, admire elegant waterfront architecture, and enjoy sweeping vistas towards the Alps. The area is particularly beautiful during sunrise and sunset, when the changing light transforms the lake into a shimmery mirror. Bürkliplatz perfectly captures Zurich's blend of urban sophistication and natural beauty. No visit to Zurich would be complete without experiencing Lake Zurich. Stretching southward towards the Alps, the lake has shaped the city's development for centuries. Its shores are lined with promenades, parks, gardens, cafes, and recreational areas. The crystal clear water reflects the surrounding hills and mountains, creating stunning scenery throughout the year. One of the best ways to experience the lake is by boat. Cruises offer spectacular views of Zurich's waterfront, elegant villas, charming lakeside communities, and distant alpine peaks. After exploring Zurich's cultural landmarks, it's time for a local culinary tradition. Near the Opera House, you'll find Sternengrill, a beloved Zurich institution. For decades, locals and visitors have lined up here to enjoy what many consider the city's best bratwurst. Simple, delicious, and deeply rooted in local culture, a stop at Sternengrill offers a taste of authentic Zurich. From Roman origins and medieval churches to world-class universities, museums, music venues, and lakeside scenery, Zurich offers an extraordinary variety of experiences. It's a city where history and innovation exist side by side. Visitors can explore ancient streets in the morning, admire masterpieces in the afternoon, enjoy a concert in the evening, and finish the day watching the sunset over Lake Zurich. Combined with Switzerland's rich cultural diversity and four-language heritage, Zurich serves as a remarkable introduction to the country itself. If you enjoyed part 3 of this Switzerland series, stay tuned for an upcoming video where we visit our final destination, Lucerne. My previous videos about Geneva and Bern are available on the channel.
Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my videos when they go live on Thursday evenings. In the meantime, let's keep in touch on Instagram at Miss Anna Adventures. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in next week's video. Take care.